This is the heart of the Brazilian Pantanal, the world's largest tropical wetland. No roads, no phone signal, just jungle, water, and what lies beneath it. Somewhere in here is the world's largest snake, up to 30 feet long and 1/4 of a ton of pure silent muscle. This creature doesn't bite to kill its prey, it crushes. No warning, no venom. Most people would run a mile to avoid this creature, but I'm here to find it. For years, I've performed stunts that seem incredibly dangerous for the camera, but they've all been very calculated and very controlled. I've been set on fire, hit by cars, jumped from buildings, but now I want to find out what it's like when that control disappears, and that's why I'm starting here with this creature that embodies everything that I cannot fake: power, patience, unpredictability. I'm taking my first step from the set and into the wild. My name's Nicholas Daines. I make my living as a stuntman in the movies, facing monsters and imagined danger every day. But here's what you don't know. I'm not just a stuntman. I use these skills to explore the wildest places on Earth, to find the real creatures that inspire the legends.
There are 3 African lions right below me.
The monsters we fear, the beasts we love, they all come from nature, and I'm on a mission to show you the real animals behind the fantasy. Out here, the stories aren't scripted, and the creatures are real.
Hello. It's nice of you to join us.
In this series, I travel across the planet to uncover the places where humans and wildlife coexist. Not in theory, but in practice.
That was the most incredible experience of my life.
Each destination tells its own story of survival, of the people who dedicate their lives to protecting our planet's most extraordinary animals. Together, we'll discover what it takes to keep the wild alive in a world that's constantly shrinking, where every day is a battle for balance, and every encounter is a reminder that the wild still has a voice.
So come with me.
In this episode, I travel to Brazil, deep into the Pantanal, where the Amazon spills into vast wetlands shaped by water, heat, and silence. This is a place where predators don't chase, they wait. Where life moves between land and river, and the most powerful creatures remain unseen. I'm here to step into that world, not to conquer it, but to understand what really lives beneath the surface. Even the human outposts here are woven into the ecosystem. Animals graze freely around lodges, and predators move silently between the trees. Life in the Pantanal doesn't pause for visitors. You simply slot into its rhythm.
It's one thing to fly in and another to stay here, but if I'm going to find the anaconda, I need to live where it lives. You start hearing things very differently here. Your brain slows down and your instincts speed up. It's not a question of fighting the jungle, it's a question of listening to it.
Green anacondas spend most of their lives in water. Their eyes and nostrils sit high on the skull, allowing them to breathe and watch while almost completely submerged. To meet one where it feels most comfortable, I needed scuba gear. Not for deep diving, but for quiet, controlled movement in murky channels where visibility drops to almost nothing. So this is where the hard work starts. The stuntman checked out at the airport. I'm part of this research team to go and document anacondas in this region. So it's now just me and what's around the river bend. Let's go. As the weather shifted and the river began to settle, we headed onto the water for another chance to track the giants of the Pantanal. So this is my speciality guide for the trip, Norival da Silva Jr. Tell me, how long have you been researching and documenting anacondas in this region?
Bom, eu faz mais ou menos uns 34 a 35 anos que eu avisto ela e se tornamos aí amigos dela, né? De tanto procurar e conhecer o habitat dela.
And what are you looking for when you're trekking for the anacondas? What are the signs?
Os lugares que ela fica, a gente chama de brejo, né? Sempre na margem, no capim navalha, essa coisa toda. Então, elas sempre estão naquele território dela lá. É só procurar ali que encontra ela, né? Agora depende muito do tempo. Sol, chuva.
And what are the warning signs if you see that the snake is aggressive and that you really shouldn't interact with it?
Bom, a sucuri, ela não é agressiva. Você pode mergulhar com ela, ela lambe a lente da câmera, essa coisa toda. Então você tem que deixar ela ir no trajeto. Se você perceber que ela começa a parar e encarar você e ela querer avançar, é a hora de deixar ela quieta e seguir, ir embora, né? Que o animal, ele quer descanso também. Se não mexer com ela, ela não é agressiva.
Perfect. Right, let's go and find some anacondas. Come on, let's go.
Ok.
To understand a predator, you listen to the people who've earned its trust. Eli Martinez has documented dozens of anacondas, and his work has helped reshape how the world views them, not as aggressive monsters, but as shy, sensitive animals that prefer escape to confrontation.
I'm here with my tour leader, Eli Martinez. This is the guy that's going to show me the ropes. He's the expert. So, Eli, are you excited? What can we expect from this trip?
Well, I'm always excited, especially when it comes to anacondas. The opportunity to see these animals, like, I don't care if it was my first or my 100th encounter with them. Everyone is special. I get just as excited as that first one the first time I saw that animal to my 100th time. I mean, it is a spectacular animal, so unique, so very misunderstood. And that was one of the reasons why I started running these expeditions, is because I wanted to show people the other side of these animals. Everybody's got this Hollywood idea of this crazy, dangerous snake.
Absolutely, I should know.
Yeah.
I work in Hollywood. Exactly. All those movies, Anaconda, even Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark, they've all got snakes and they depict them in really evil forms. They are the villains.
Exactly, and this is what my job was, which is to help destroy that myth and show the other side of these animals that's very shy, very reclusive, really wants to stay hidden. Every time we get in the water with them, they just want to hide. They don't really want to be seen. They don't really want to be recognized or noticed, which is opposite of what we're taught. And so, yeah, it's absolutely amazing.
And those females, they are huge, aren't they? They can grow up to 30 feet long.
Yeah, well, I don't know about 30, but they get really big. I mean, we've seen some 6-7 meter snakes out here. Very, very large animals. I mean, they're very ancient predators, and it's just one of those animals that you'll never forget it, man. You will never forget it.
And when we encounter them, are we in danger in any way?
No, I mean, the only thing you're in danger of is actually scaring the animal, because you get so excited with seeing it, and you want to be as close as you can. And our job is also to help kind of hold you back from getting too close and spooking her off. Whereas, if we relaxed, if we're calm, if we're not too excited, she'll stay relaxed, and we get longer encounters. We get more opportunities to stay with her, more opportunities to learn about her, and and that's what we want. So we want to just see her, get excited, take as many photos and videos as we can, and then just leave her to do her thing.
I can't wait to come face to face with this incredible animal. And like you say, to learn about it, to understand it, and really to rewrite the snake story in the wild, contrary to what Hollywood would make us believe.
That's the key.
So I'm here to find and swim with the green anaconda. Just me in its world. People think I'm crazy for doing this, but it's the most honest thing I've ever done.
Green anacondas are ambush hunters. They wait motionless in water, striking with incredible speed when prey approaches. But when humans enter the water calmly, these snakes almost always choose retreat. Encounters are dictated by the snake's comfort, not ours. And that's what makes them so rare.
Hey, look guys.
Most sightings begin with the subtlest detail, a ripple, A tail disappearing into grass, a sudden stillness in the reeds. Anacondas don't thrash or flee dramatically. They simply melt into their environment, leaving only a trained eye to notice they were ever there. Despite their size, anacondas are surprisingly calm. They rarely waste energy unless threatened. When approached slowly, they often allow brief moments of coexistence, moments that reveal the truth behind their legend. They are powerful, yes, but not the villains they're made out to be.
Face to face with an anaconda. I cannot believe I'm this close to an anaconda in the wild. This is the stuff my dreams are made of, I swear to God, this is just incredible. It's huge. It must be like 18 feet. It's just looking at me. Or she's just looking at me. There she goes. I just can't believe it. This enormous creature, and I am right here with it in its natural habitat. This is just amazing. Can you believe it? We got that close, face to face. This wasn't a test. And this wasn't a stunt. This was a lesson in control, patience, and whether I could show up and not have to dominate what was in front of me. It was an incredible experience, and to swim with an anaconda in the wild was amazing. And this 600-pound beast let me in and let me go.
The search doesn't just lead us to snakes. Along the way, the Pantanal introduces us to many species that live alongside them. Capybaras are the Pantanal's most social mammals, living in groups of up to 20. They graze constantly near water, relying on numbers and vigilance to avoid predators. Females with young are especially alert because they're one of the anaconda's preferred prey. When capybaras gather, anacondas often aren't far. The southern tamandua, a lesser anteater, is rarely seen in daylight. Armed with powerful claws and a prehensile tail, it climbs trees in search of termites and ants. Its presence here is a reminder of the Pantanal's diversity. Every branch hides a story, not just the river.
That was actually incredible, just seeing a southern tamandua. They're really quite rare to see. Much more rare than a giant anteater, and to see it in the wild was wow, just a real privilege to see it doing natural behavior, climbing in the trees, eating termites, and to see its claws and how it uses its tail to balance and hold onto the trees. Oh my goodness, this is the stuff my dreams are made of.
As the sun turns the river gold, the Pantanal settles. Tomorrow the search continues, deeper, slower, and with new clues about where these giants will rise again. Yesterday, the Pantanal opened its doors cautiously. We found fleeting shadows and a giant female resting in the reeds. We witnessed capybaras, tamanduas, and the hidden patterns that shape life in the world's largest tropical wetland. But every encounter was just a glimpse, a hint of an animal that prefers secrecy to spectacle. Today, we go back into their world, deeper, quieter, and more prepared to listen. This morning, the jungle feels quieter. It feels slower, but heavier somehow, like it's just waiting. I was laying awake last night, listening to every crack of a branch, every splash in the dark, and my body reacted before my mind could. It's strange out here because you feel so alive and yet so totally exposed. It's not about dominance here, it's about presence, it's about awareness, it's about surrendering control without giving up courage. I'm not here to chase danger, I'm here to understand it. So today, the search for the snake continues, but I won't just be looking for the snake, I'll be listening for the moment everything changes. Travel in the Pantanal is never straightforward. During the dry season, rivers retreat into narrow channels, leaving boats stranded on mudflats and buried tree roots. These seasonal shifts are exactly why wildlife thrives here. The landscape forces every creature to adapt, from jaguars to giant snakes. And today, we follow the same routes they use, moving between shrinking pools and deeper tributaries. Carcasses in the Pantanal tell stories. A dead cow suggests rising water levels. Cattle often drown after slipping on muddy banks. But capybaras are different. These rodents are the anaconda's preferred prey, forming nearly a third of the diet of large females. A skeleton like this marks a feeding ground, a crossing point, or a failed escape.
So we've stopped to have lunch downstream and we've come across the carcass and skeleton of a capybara. Now, this is one of the main food sources of the anaconda. They prey on these creatures, but this one obviously didn't meet the end with an anaconda. But these are the largest rodents on the planet. Hydrocorus hydrocaris, that's its Latin name, and they use one of the oldest survival mechanisms in the animal kingdom, that of community. They are never alone, and they alarm each other with calls of distress and to alert others of danger. But of course, if one does stray off, then it could be a snack for one of our anaconda.
The slide marks here on the mud beside me are fresh, so she's out there somewhere. We can't see her, but she can see us. Anacondas leave almost no trace behind, but on soft riverbanks, the largest female carve unmistakable tracks. Wide, smooth troughs in the mud reveal where their heavy bodies slid back into the water. Fresh movement means one thing: she's close. And she knows we're here long before we see her.
Behind me in this pond, there's a huge anaconda with a very full belly, so it's eaten very recently, and it's about 8 meters long. It is absolutely huge. I cannot believe that we've stumbled across it. Another massive anaconda.
A recently fed anaconda becomes slow, heavy, and secretive. After swallowing a large prey item, sometimes weighing half its body mass, digestion becomes dangerous. Overheating can be fatal, so females choose shaded riverbanks or deep pools to regulate temperature. This female has eaten recently, and her swollen midsection confirms she's found a sizable meal.
So anacondas are the most sexually dimorphic of any snake species. The female is almost twice the size of the male, so in the mating game here, size really does matter. And in the mating season, you might get 6 or 7 males around a single female, creating a snake ball. And the female may actually eat some of the males because she won't eat for the whole of the gestation 7-month period that it will take to actually give birth to her young. They are ovoviviparous, which means they give birth to live young, and that really is quite spectacular for such a huge snake. But we've just found an 8-meter female, absolutely immense. What a spectacle. And it just goes to show that these females really do come to some size here. They have a really amazing survival strategy here in the jungle where there's rotting plants and infection galore, but they have a living skin with a thick mucus on it that traps bacteria and parasites. That keeps them fit and healthy, and really This whole skin is a living skin. It's a microbiome of a protective shield, so they really do have their own superpowers to survive here, and yeah, they're flourishing.
Where monkeys move, predators follow. Capuchins are skilled foragers, cracking open nuts and raiding nests, but their constant alarm calls alert the wetland to danger. Overhead, the black hawk eagle patrols, one of the Pantanal's top aerial hunters, capable of taking monkeys mid-leap. And the turquoise-fronted parrots fill the canopy with noise, acting as the jungle's early warning system. Seeing these animals together tells us something important. The forest is alive, and so are its predators. Not every anaconda is a giant. Smaller males often rest on open banks to thermoregulate, absorbing the heat before slipping back into the water. Quick sightings like this show how easily these snakes vanish when they don't want to be seen.
These anacondas, they're fairly elusive. They're pretty hard to find. So it's been amazing that we've had the luck to have at least 4 or 5 anaconda sightings, and to be able to get in the water with them, even more exclusive. And the fact that they've not shown us any aggression and they've been really welcoming into their world has been absolutely amazing. And I guess it dispels all the myths that you have as a child and those fears from the movies that are generated by Hollywood. It's not like that at all. These creatures are very welcoming and very placid as long as you don't aggravate them. These are polite predators that have allowed us to observe them peacefully in their world, and we can both go about our business. It's amazing to have been part of that, and what an experience.
After 2 days on the water, today we explore the Pantanal on land, a world shaped not by rivers, but by open plains and forest edges. The giants here move differently, and so does the rhythm of the wild. We've already met the anaconda in her element. Now we meet the creatures that share the land above her. Some of the Pantanal's most distinctive animals live right at ground level. The armadillo, armored in overlapping plates, digs tirelessly for insects with a sense of smell so sharp it can detect food beneath soil and roots.
What do you think, bro? That's amazing. I've never been this close to an armadillo before.
Nearby, the giant anteater, one of South America's most iconic mammals, sweeps through the savanna using claws powerful enough to fend off predators, yet relying almost entirely on ants and termites for survival. Together, these two species reveal just how rich the forest floor is, and how every movement, every dig helps shape the ecosystem around them. Higher in the grasslands, the rhea, South America's largest flightless bird, patrols the open plains, scattering seeds and scanning for danger. In the shade of the forests, coatis move in coordinated family bands, foraging with flexible snouts and chattering constantly as they search for insects and fruit. These species rarely draw the spotlight, yet they are vital threads in the fabric of the Pantanal, connecting forest and savanna with every step.
The anaconda is not the only spectacular species in this part of the world. This is the largest sandstone sinkhole in the whole of Latin America, and it's home to red and green and blue and yellow macaws. Absolutely beautiful to see them in their natural habitat, nesting in these cliffs. And they actually eat the clay to neutralize the toxins in their plant-heavy diet. They are absolutely thriving here, and it's beautiful to watch. These macaws can live up to 60 years in the wild, and their main threats are deforestation and the illegal pet trade. So we really have to do everything we can to conserve them. This sandstone sinkhole formed about 200 to 300,000 years ago. It's 100 meters deep and 120 meters to the other side. And there is actually an anaconda living at the bottom in the water, and it is huge. So I am still surrounded by snakes, even though I'm here to see another species.
3 days in the Pantanal have revealed a world built on balance, from the quiet strength of the anaconda to the brilliance of the macaw. On land or in water, each species plays its role in a fragile interconnected ecosystem. And though this journey ends here, the Pantanal continues, ancient, wild, and full of stories still waiting to be discovered.